Does anyone like Liz Truss, the UK's Prime Minister? Her popularity has plummeted so quickly, it must be a record. And now she's under attack because she says that she's not committed any longer to the triple lock on pensions. And yet just 2 weeks ago, when she was asked the question, are you committed to the Tory pledge that was in the manifesto in the last election in 2019, she said yes, she was committed. But Jeremy Hunt says that the new Chancellor, that he can't commit to anything right now. When questioned last night, the Prime Minister's press secretaries were saying that we can't commit to anything. Tough decisions have got to be made. So the commitment that was definite 2 weeks ago seems to have gone. What is the triple lock? When the UK pensions are super low, they're actually lower than most countries around the world. So they're already low. It's the vulnerable, let us not forget. Triple lock says that pensions will increase by the highest of 2.5%. So in other words, that's the minimum that they go up by, or by the increase in earnings in the UK, or the rate of inflation. Of course, the rate of inflation is the highest right now, and pensioners need it to go up by the rate of inflation in order to cover their electricity and their energy bills and to pay for food as the winter comes in. The government say, however, or seem to say, that they're no longer committed to it. There's going to be a rebellion from even the Tory party. In fact, if we look at the Tory party right now, they wouldn't choose to have Liz Truss in power. So if you think the electorate don't want her, Tory party don't want her, how long can she actually last? What would it save the government? Well, if they increased pensions by earnings instead of inflation, save them 5 billion. Okay, might save them 5 billion, but of course it would be super unpopular because people would realise, particularly as we hear, and it's super expensive and tough winter, and they would see the vulnerable people that everybody cares about actually affected by perhaps a crazy decision. Let's see if they follow through. We've seen so many U-turns, it's like a donut. They're just spinning around this particular government. How long can Liz Truss last? Don't know the answer to that question, but will she be there by the end of this year? Unlikely. And if you look at the bookies, they say she's a certainty to be gone by Christmas. Let's see. Okay, let's see what happens. For me and obviously other financial advisors, we just believe that people need pensions. Let's face it, we work hard during our lives, and when we get to the age 60, 65, when we most need money, obviously it's important that we try and save it ourselves. The governments, we've paid in the UK national insurance. If you're in the UK, then you're paid in. But that doesn't guarantee that you're going to get a pension, because national insurance paid today pays out today's pensioners. It's not saving for you. So there are no guarantees. And yet everybody knows, okay, at some point you're going to stop working, either because you got to or because you want to. Who's going to look after you? Is it going to be the government in whatever country you live? Certainly in the UK, it seems unlikely that you're going to be having sufficient from the government. Crazy world. Please like, please share the video, get the information out there to people. You need to make sure that you're looking after your own pension, but also pressure needs to be made to bear on politicians to do the right thing, because it's the right thing to look after people that most need it right now.